Hello everyone, and today we are going to test an AI agent, Replit. You can see it on my screen. We will give it a problem statement and let's see how it handles it. I have already prepared the problem statement. I want a very simple web REST client where I can create different types of requests, basically HTTP requests, different type of security options in it. I want it to have an option to define the variables. And for authentication and security, you can see I wanted to have basic option, bearer tokens, OAuth, GWT, etc. I wanted to toggle the certificates for the development, token refresh, and automatic saving of request URLs. And I wanted to save it in the folders. I think this will become too much for it in the beginning, so we will skip this. And I wanted to show me the request which it is creating with the provided inputs. So let's just copy this and give it to this Replit agent. Let's start building. Okay, so I'll continue with Google. Okay, it is loading now. Let's see what it's do. It is thinking. The agent is thinking right now. It has named this project HTTP Craftsman. It is, I don't know what it is doing. It is doing something. Okay, so let me propose what we will build for you. Okay, so it has got the input. It is saying, I will help you create an API testing tool similar to Postman using React and Express. We will focus on essential features like HTTP method support, environment management, and request organization. Would you like to proceed with the implementation? Would you like any of these additional flow features? I think OAuth 2 flow support we wanted or not. Let's just skip in the basic. Now what it is doing, it is building the initial prototype and it is using free version of it. Let's see what it will do. It has started generating the code. I can see it here and on the left hand side also. And if you see here, this is an agent which used 25 cents per checkpoint. This is 5 cents per edit request. Okay, it can tell me the progress, console, preview your REPL as web application. Okay, so it can do some deployments also. Let's see what it builds and then possibly we will see what it will deploy. So far it looks interesting. It is still continuing to generate. It has generated a lot of files. Now it is executing some commands, npm run database. Okay, so it has not just created the code. Now this agent is trying to install some npm packages. I think it will try to run the application. Okay, it is configuring the application. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I can see a screenshot here. It is doing something. Okay, that's good. I can see so many options here. I can see body here. I can see headers which I can put. Okay, so I do not see that amazing type of options, but let's see. Free REST get test endpoint. Okay, free APIs without key. Let's pick this up, paste it, and send request. Okay, says something has failed. Plugin runtime error plugin. Okay. Let's go back. Let's try to test. Okay. It seems to be working. Nothing happened. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I can see the response here. That's good. And here I can save the environment. This window I'm not able to find an option to zoom or make it big. Okay. It's asking me to choose an environment. Let's create an environment, test and save. I can choose an environment now. Let's add an variable. Let's call it u and let's put the value of it like this. Okay, and let's save it. Okay, that's cool. I can see the history of request here. This is one request and I can, so this is little clumsy, but it is good for the first time deployment. And since I should try this way, URL here and let me send the request. Okay, something failed. So it is not picking up the variables. Let's move this application. Okay, so I can still see my save request. I can see history. I can see environment. If I go to history, okay, so if I click on history, it loads the variables here. And if I choose the environment, test environment, okay, so when I'm choosing the environment, I'm not able to see the variables which added here. So this is a bug. I'm just telling the agent that I'm not able to see the saved variables in an environment. Second, I'm not able to use environment variables. Okay, before that, let me give it a try like this. Okay, but before that, here, URL, let me cut this. Okay, there is some this way. And before that, let me save it. I'm not sure if it is saving it or not, but let's give it a try. Okay, so it's not saving it. I'm not able to see the same variable. It is not saving the variables. I'm not able to use the environment variables. Left side window is small and I'm not able to enlarge it. Let's see what this agent will say. It is thinking something. So now it is saying that it is trying to solve these two problems for me. Left sidebar is not resizable. So I think it has understood at least two problems. Yeah, of course there were two problems which we reported. Let's see what it do. Let it do the job. Okay, so now it is restarting the application. That's cool. That's the interesting part. Okay, in the screenshot I can see history and environment tabs are much better, and now it is saying me I have hit the agent usage limit. But if I see here history environment, let me choose a test environment. I should add a variable. Let's call it URL. Let me pick the URL from here and we'll cut some part, put the value here. Okay, so it has automatically saved the variables. That's cool. That's cool. And let me go here, history. Okay, I should try to use this variable. Send request. Plugin has failed. Okay, I think I'm using the variable in wrong way. Okay, let's go back, choose environment. Okay, so this time I can see the variable here. So it has fixed that bug for sure. And if I go here, the variable is http.bin.org. So variable is stored correctly. The environment, let me just use double curly braces and send the request. Oh wow, it worked. That's amazing. So within such a small time, it has able to generate this much of the environment, and I can see the right. That's cool part. My free limit has expired because I was using it something for something else also. But this is cool. If this can generate this much piece of code, such a nice and clean application, if we spend more time on it, it will of course going to clone the Postman. I am so happy and surprised to see these tools being so amazingly fast. Right, and there is one more thing I guess we can do with this tool. If I go here, deployment progress, okay, it is asking me to upgrade the plan. If I go here, see it has created some checkpoints also. It is committing somewhere. Okay, so it is committing the code base. And let's click here and let's see where it is doing it. Oh my god, it has a complete GitHub, not GitHub, a Git repo somewhere. And if I click here, okay, so it can connect to my GitHub repo. So this is the one which I have already. Okay, so this is the one this is the one I have used for login. Now let me try to connect to GitHub and see if it can commit it there or not. Using my use GitHub mobile. Okay. Let me try to use the. Okay, so let me use my cell phone. Okay, so here I should give it access to maybe just one repo. I'm not able to. Okay, so it's already here. Notes access, I have already given it. Now I'll go back, I'll save it. Okay, no need to save it, I guess it already have it. It is connecting. What? Something is pending at my end. No, doesn't look like. Let's try to change something and see if it works. Okay, so it is able to make a connection to my GitHub repo now. Okay, now it wants to create a GitHub repo. Let me open the repo and see if it has really created something. I cannot see anything, but it has created a repo. Let me this. Nothing changes. Go to that commit here. Okay, so here it is giving me an option. Push branches, origin, main. These are the commits which it have created for this session. Okay. Okay, first let's check whether it has done something or not. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So this application which it has created, which we just tested here, this is in my repo now. Basic stuff is in place. Let's open and see what is inside it. Oh, okay. So these are not just the empty folders. It has actually done the job and it has committed the code in my repo. That's so cool. So still, you think that these agents are not going to change a lot of things? I think these agents in future, not future, very soon, will be helping us in building at least basic applications very fast, very quickly, and gradually they will become, very smart day by day. If you see, it's not a single file, right? It has, complete repo. And code quality, I don't know, I still need to go into it thoroughly to see, but just by having a look at it, it do not look very bad, right? And this is just one agent. There are a lot of agents which can build a lot of things. Maybe in future you will have agents which will be, very much expert in Docker, one expert in Kubernetes, and all these agents, when they combine together, they are going to build a lot of complex stuffs. And see the beautiful part, if you see this conversation, it builds something, it asks question, okay, and it work on the feedback, and that's amazing. And this Replit, it gives the deploy options also. I'm not going to try it, but let's try it. Okay, so it gives such type of options. So you build some very simple apps, you just deploy, they will charge you something, and the pricings are also not that high. I think it's $15 per month. That's cool. And I have no words to express what I am feeling right now. All the best. Happy learning. That's all I can say.